Tara anxiously threw down all the objects that stood in her path as she rushed out of her apartment and through the narrow corridor of her apartment building. Tears streamed down her eyes as she heard the thud of her father's body meeting the ground as his body was thrown out of the balcony. Hurried footsteps followed after her, and her panic grew. As she stood in shock, she shuddered and the hurried footsteps got louder. She could hear the intruder's eerie cough drawing nearer. The bustling noise of the ignorant neighbors flooded her ears, and she was filled with contempt as she passed by their units. Her ears started to burn up. She scratched her head and rubbed her face violently as she ran down the emergency stairs. Tara tripped on the stairs. A box of matches lay in front of her, and she picked them up. The smell of wholesome food became more pungent. Her nose twitched as she perceived the stench of fresh blood off the clothes of the intruder as he hunted her down. This time contempt flooded her emotions. She looked intriguingly down at the matchbox in her hand. She saw the cloak of the intruder while in a rush to the front door and felt his presence so thickly. Her panic reached its peak. Contempt seeped out of her when she witnessed the neighbor's warm embrace with her father. Her rage was tangible. She held the match flame in one hand. The intruder voiced his plea as she set him and the rest of the building on fire. The flames reflected in her eyes, and she put on a small smile as she watched the building burn to ashes. Contempt left, and no longer would she yearn for the neighbor's type of life. Justice was served for her old man, who she looked at contently as he lay splattered against the concrete next to her.